Got the Western jersey behind him.
All the jerseys. Oh, there's the Sunset Park over there. Always got the number 44.
Oh, yeah, the Sunset Park.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
And they got our Sunset Park. And, of course, my boy Ben Wilson got our Benji up there somewhere.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
Y'all don't know nothing about Benji.
Oh, come on, man. Everyone from Chicago talks about him, man.
Yeah, I know, right? You can't escape him.
He was the one, right?
He was like Michael Jordan. Like, kids don't know who he is, never seen him play, but they know Benji.
You know what it's like? Obviously, it's different because Benji passed away, but it's like Sham God.
Right.
I'd say this every time I see Sham God. I said, I was in high school at the same time he was. He was, I guess, 2 classes ahead of us. But I remember being in New York at that time, and we would go out in the corner like, I'm about to do a Sham God. And I think about it now, I'm like, how did I know what that was? There was no YouTube or Instagram.
Nothing there.
You just knew.
I don't know how we knew what it was in California before the tournament, but it had gotten out there.
Somebody moved to LA. Somebody
moved to LA. Was like, hey, I did this move. This is my move. Like, this isn't like Irish Sham God.
Yeah. Somebody moved to LA. That's what it was.
We're going to get into different parts of the movie that we enjoyed with you, Chicago. But first,
tell me about what you hated. Then we'll go from there.
You know what, man?
You know, there's literally not a part of this movie I hate other than Jim Beheim's acting. That's the only part where I'm like,
oh, really?
Jim Beheim
he's
was
terrible.
bad.
He's terrible as himself.
Bob Cousy
I hate Bob
too.
Cousy, but yeah. Nice.
Who else? There was one more person that was pretty bad.
Penny's pretty bad.
Penny was good.
Penny's great at the basketball
But
part.
I think for his character, he had to be a little soft, timid because his mom was so strong.
Right.
So
Okay.
if he'd have been like hard and his mom being hard, like it probably wouldn't have looked as good. I think
that makes more sense.
I think he needed to be a little soft and timid to play that character, and I think he did a good job. But shit, that's his character. That's who he is anyway. He's kind of like chill, laid back guy. Turn off.
Yeah, put that shit on silent. Come on, Chicago.
No, because I'm in the office, and the office has that ring camera.
The ring camera.
I move, and ring.
Hey, you hear?
Like intruder in the office.
Well, it's me. You should recognize me when I walk into the office.
So, if you don't know right now, we're talking to Anthony Hall, a.k.a. Chicago. He plays Tony in Blue Chips. He's been in a bunch of movies. He was, it was Gridlock with Tupac?
No, gang-related with Tupac.
Gang-related with Tupac.
Gang-related with Tupac. Sunset Park.
Yep.
Real Perlman and Fredro Starr.
I just watched that recently, like a couple of months ago. Yeah, I mean, not for the first time, just like rewatched it. And
really?
I forgot how much I like that movie.
Really?
I love that movie, man.
Okay. Damn. That's good, man.
Yeah, I watched it during the summer for some
I
reason.
get that a lot, but then I look at the people like, really? You like that?
You?
No, I'm just saying, because I didn't think it was like mind-blowing great. I thought it was for a kids movie during that time.
Yeah, it might be a nostalgia thing because it just brought up like all the memories of seeing it when I think I was like 14 when it came out, 15, something like that. But yeah, like it was just, I don't know, like them teaching Rhea Perlman how to coach and her figuring that and everything. Like, I don't know, it just hit me. Like it's not a great movie, but I just enjoyed the hell out of it.
Yeah. Well,
Zach, you could pick it and we could have Tony right back next week.
Look, it's on my list.
The white woman come to save the day.
Oh, the rare female white knight. It was like her. It was Michelle Pfeiffer in Dangerous Minds. You know,
right.
like
yeah.
I can talk to these kids from the hood.
Yeah,
I
they
can get
tough love.
Also,
their mom couldn't do it, but I could.
Another connection here is you're in The Client, which I did a book report on it my sophomore year of high school, and then did it again my junior year of high school. But instead of reading the book, I just watched the movie and then did the report.
Hilarious. So The Client, I don't remember how I got that gig, but I think somebody Cassie just put me in this thing. I was delivering a pizza.
Yeah, it says you're credited as Pizza Man. Yeah,
just delivering a pizza, just dropping off a pizza to the kid in jail. That was it.
It's a pivotal scene, I'm sure.
Hilarious. Son, that right there, that made my career.
Yeah,
that made my career.
Where's the pizza box in the frame on the
I know,
wall?
you gotta get that.
I know I should have a pizza box. I should have a pizza box. You know what? Next time I talk to you guys, there will be a pizza box in here.
There you go. So Chicago, I guess, first of all, how did you get cast in this movie?
Oh man, that's a cool story. I worked out at the Hollywood YMCA. All of my friends worked. Denzel Washington, Wesley Snipes, Ron Shelton, who actually wrote the movie.
Yeah.
Why can't I think of Silk Cozart? A bunch of other guys.
Marcus Johnson?
Marcus Johnson. A bunch of great actors, actresses, and athletes. So they were casting extras at the YMCA because Ron Shelton felt, let's go to the YMCA because that's his home of where he hung out and worked out at. So they were casting for extras. So it was Ron Shelton, the director, William Friedkin, and the casting director. So I'm there, and at this point I had already done quite a few commercials, so I was blessed when it came financially. I was blessed because back then doing commercials was really lucrative. So I'm in there, I'm doing this, all my dunks and all this crazy stuff. During that time, I was very athletic. Wasn't a great shooter, but I was very athletic, dunking on everybody. And then I thought to myself, I was like, wait, this is for extra? I don't want to be an extra. So I went over to Ron Shelton because he was a friend of mine. I said, Ron, yes, and Friedkin was sitting next to him. And I didn't know who William Friedkin was at the time. And I told Ron, I said, you know what? I don't think I want to be an extra in the movie, so I'm just going to take off. And he was like, wait, why are you leaving? I said, I just don't want to be an extra in the movie. I said, what do you want to do? I said, I'd rather read for a part. I don't know this damn thing about acting to that level.
Right.
But I said, I'd rather read for a part. They said, what part? I was like, I don't know, the casting director. He talked to the casting director. The casting director gives me a script. I flip through it. I see this kid named Tony. I was like, "Fuck it, my name's Tony."
So they didn't name the character after you. It was already named Tony.
Now Tony in the movie is from Chicago.
Yes, I think it's just coincidence.
Right.
I think it's all coincidence
or fate,
or fate. But I said I want to read for Tony, and so I went in. I worked out with Silk Cozart. Silk Cozart was like my acting coach. I came over to him. He prepped me for everything, what's going to go down, and everything. So I go into the audition. I just walk in, and there's a bunch of guys sitting down, ready to read for Tony or something. And when I walked in, casting director peeked his head out. I was like, "Hey, Tony, you ready?" I was like, "No." He said, "Chicago, are you ready?" Because everybody come to Chicago. And I was like, "Yeah." And I walked past the guy, I was like, "No, is he taking me in before these guys are sitting here already?" So I go in there, do the audition. I don't even know if I was that great at audition because I'm a horrible auditioner. And the director says, "Fuck it, you got the job."
Shit.
I was like,
on the spot?
What the fuck just happened here? Yes.
You walk back into the waiting room and said, "Who's playing for second?"
I walked in the waiting room like this.
Like, get your broke ass out of here.
Good luck, everybody. On the spot. Friedkin said, he said, "Fuck it, you got the job." Just like that.
Wow.
So Friedkin dropped a couple F-bombs, you're saying?
Yeah.
No, Friedkin is, I can tell you some Friedkin stories. He's mean. Oh, he will curse you out. Friedkin put hands on me.
No.
We heard this story. Yeah.
We want to ask you about this. Yes.
Yeah.
Friedkin put hands on me. So Friedkin he did it to myself. I think he did it to Angie Everhart, and I think he did it to Linda Blair. So I'm in good company. Yeah.
That's a pretty good club right there.
Yeah, I think I'm in pretty good company, but yeah, he's got a history of putting hands on actors to get them to where they want them to go.
Let me clarify here.
Yeah,
because the story is that he slapped you, right, in the scene where Nick Nolte is confronting you about the point shaving.
Yes.
Did he do it because he's like, yo, I got to get him in the mindset of this character who's afraid of this guy who's running in crazy? Or did he do it because he's a maniac who lost his temper and he slapped you?
No, it's the first part.
Okay.
The story, quick story was the fact that Nick Nolte and I had rehearsed the scene with Friedkin. We just went over and over and over and over. We think we got this. Friedkin didn't say anything. Nick was happy. Everybody was happy once we finished the rehearsals. So we get to the dormitories at UCLA. We start to shoot the scene, and I'm doing the exact same thing that we did in the rehearsals. Because I'm not changing shit because this is my first big film. I'm not trying to be Mr. Thespian and I'm not fixing nothing. I'm doing what he told me to do. He yells action. Boom. I start the scene. Boom. He comes in kicking the door. Boom. Tony, what the fuck is going on? What the hell is going on? Get my fucking scene. I'm like, oh, I'm looking at Nolte like, what is he talking about? And Nolte's going, I don't know, Tony. I'm like, I'm going. So, boom. Action again. Same thing. We start the scene. Boom, the kids do over. Yo, what the fuck is going on? He's screaming and yelling and cussing and screaming at me. Okay, now it's take 4 or 5. And he goes, Tony, do you trust me? I was like, yeah. Do you fucking trust me? I was like, yeah. You're going to be a big star after that. I was still waiting on the star part. You're going to be a big star after this. Do you trust me? I was like, yeah. He goes,
damn. Oh. More than one
fucking scene and walks out. I was sitting there going, I looked at Nolte. Nolte turns his fucking back on me. He's like, he don't know what just happened.
Holy shit.
The fucking scene walks out. So the scene that you see, so now I know where he wants me to go. I think he verbally could have told me where he wanted me to go because I was doing what we were doing in rehearsal. Because if I known this is where he wanted me to go, I could have gone there a whole lot quicker. I could have gone there and take one. So
he had to slap the shit out of you, dude.
So the scene, so he got to put hands on me. So the scene, rest in peace. I love you, William Friedkin. So the scene where that you see on camera is the scene. Boom.
Wow.
So the next morning, the president of Paramount calls me. The president of Paramount is his wife. Sherry. Sherry.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. She calls me. Hey, Tony. Here the scene went well last night. Just calling to see if, I'm just really proud of you. You just checking to see if there's going to be a lawsuit followed. That's what you checking. Which, if I was smart during that time, I would have done that. I should have done that. I love Friedkin. I love Sherry Lansing. I love Paramount. I love all the things that I've done in my career. I should have sued their ass.
or you threaten to sue, and it's like, you know what? Let's get you in a couple more movies. Let's get a bigger part. Yeah,
something like that too.
With the double
let me just figure that out. Yes. Yeah. Give me a deal. Give me a deal here. Give me a couple million, a whole deal, and never put me in anything. I don't care. However you figure it out, figure it out.
Anthony C. Hall is a producer on a whole bunch of
things. Yeah.
I didn't even walk into the meetings, but I was a producer.
Did it sound like maybe Sherry Lansing had done that phone call before?
I don't know. You know what? She obviously was some pillow talk when he got home.
Yeah.
How was work? I was all right. I slapped the shit out of
Tony. Tony got these hands.
Yeah. It's funny too because in the scene, I remember when I was watching it last night, this morning for the pod. There's a point where Nolte like really shoves you against the wall, and I had this thought because I didn't know about William Friedkin putting hands on you until Mays told us. but there's a point where he like slams against the wall. I was like, oh shit, I wonder if he like really like hit him. And then I was like, well, I guess it doesn't matter now because the director said
it was hit before.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So Tony, I got a couple of quotes here from an oral history regarding this incident that I wanted to read for you. First, we got Shaq, who said, after that, he was one take Tony. I was like,
Tony.
damn, Robert De Niro.
I could have been one take Tony if he told me where he wanted me to go. But if he initially said that, I could have been one take Tony because everything else was like boom, 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 easy.
Nolte said that he was shocked.
One take Tony. Huh?
Nolte said he was shocked. This was shocking.
Oh, Nolte, he responded to it?
Yeah. He said he was taken aback.
Yeah, I told you because neither one of us knew what the fuck he was talking about when he was busting through the door, and we were going, but we rehearsed this. We're doing what we rehearsed. So he didn't give us any. If he would have gave me some direction, then because he again verbally could have told me, I need you to be more upset. I need you to fucking cry. I need you to be more upset. I got you. Let's go.
Is this? Do you think it was something where like it was truly something where it was just like, well, this is his first time, so like I can't tell him to cry. I can't tell him to be emotional. He's not going to get it.
I think that's just
him.
Yeah, that was.
Did you know beforehand? Had anyone told you, by the way, he gets a little intense sometimes?
No.
So this is
where is that? Where is that?
We had been going to dinners. He and I him, Bobby Knight went to dinners and Nolte, and we were hanging out and stuff like that before the movies. I was like, yo, he's a cool guy.
That makes it crazier.
That makes it way great. Wait, where in the shooting process was it? Like, was this early in shooting?
Day one.
Come on.
See, you got to set a tone, Tony. You got to establish a baseline of what it's going to be like.
Yo, this is day one in the dormitories at UCLA. Day one.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
God damn.
Okay, well, Friedkin had a comment, and here's what he said. All right.
Ooh, shit. I didn't get none of these.
I got physical with Tony to get him focused and into the moment. It was a high dramatic point in the film. Nothing like that could happen today. You cannot physically touch an actor.
Facts. He could have did it then. I could have seen him then. But
I don't think you could. I don't think you could do that then either. You just got away with it
as an actor, but
yeah.
I think it was a pivotal part of that movie, though. I think it really stood. I think that was one of the scenes that really stood out in the film.
It's one of the biggest.
Else's scenes were kind of cakewalk. Were really easy, really simple dialogues and stuff like that. That was a really pivotal scene in the film, and so it worked. Again, motherfucker, you could have told me.
I don't think he slapped Penny because I don't think when Penny goes to Nolte's office, he gets quite as emotional in that scene.
Yeah, not quite.
No.
Tony, I had a question about that scene. One of the things is, so Nick Nolte has just figured out with the staff that Tony has been point shaving. He rushes over to the dorms. He's banging on that door for a while. Tony, open up. And I'm thinking, when Tony opens up, he's going to have a girl with him in the room. That's why it took him so long.
There was a girl in the room.
Oh.
Wow.
There was?
That's funny. There was a girl in the room, but she was on the bed. She was on the bed when we were just about to get busy. And as soon as he comes through the door, he ushers her out.
Oh,
okay.
Yes, there was a girl in the room. I wasn't.
No girl in the room. What Tony doing in there? It took so long to open the door.
Yeah. So there was initially a girl in the room.
Okay, all right. That makes way more sense then.
Yeah, that does.
That's funny.
I wonder why they cut that out.
Yeah, I guess maybe way it was cut. It was just too much to get her out, and let me slap the shit out of Tony so I can get him ready. So I think that's more important than this young lady.
Yeah.
What was it like in terms of, because there's obviously like there's like footage of the point shaving game and everything. Like how much shooting of basketball did you do? Like how, like what's the time frame in terms of like weeks of shooting, how it's choreographed?
We shot a lot of basketball, nothing really choreographed. I think that there was only one choreographed scene in the film is Shaquille's backdoor dunk.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was just throw the ball up. We'll put 10 cameras up, and we'll just shoot it all, and we'll pull what we can pull. Tony, you know what you need to do. You need to make a few mistakes, make a few obvious mistakes, and look up at the camera and look at the
Yeah. Tony, in the rehearsed scene, the choreographed scene where Shaq goes for the dunk, I read something that the first time that happened, Bobby Knight,
fuck out of here.
What did he do?
I heard, from what I heard, he called us some Hollywood F words.
Oh, that sounds like Bobby Knight.
He said, I'm not going to lose to these Hollywood. Wait. It's a word for the French use for cigarettes. Yeah, that is the word that French use for cigarettes. Yeah. He did it a few times. I think he did it like 3 times. Where he was like, no, I'm not letting him get that. Nah. And he was
like, that's the point of the movie, like, though. Like,
he was like, I'm like, yo, dude, does he know this is the movie? Because the rest of the game we just played real basketball.
Right.
It was just all real basketball. It was just simple stuff. I didn't play as much during that time because at this point I'm the point shaver, and I'm not in his good graces.
Right.
And I'm not Penny Hardaway either.
Zach pointed that out. He's like, is Tony off the team?
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, I don't see him anywhere.
Yeah. But I'm on the bench. I'm in huddles and stuff like that. But he ain't playing me because of the whole. I'm trying to win. I ain't trying to put the point shape on the floor. I already know what he does. He throws game.
It's one time.
It's just one time, coach. One of there's this Dave Chappelle bit where he's like people going up to him at like theme parks and stuff is going, I'm Rick James, bitch, like in his face, like, can you please not call me a bitch in front of my kids? How often do you get something about flunking TV class? It's not just watching
running up to you.
Yo, that's crazy that you said that, because everyone always said, did you ever pass TV? I'm like,
they're worried about you.
I'm still going, is there really a TV class? I'm like, where did they come up with that class?
You're like, God damn it, I was a pizza man in the class. Like, I do other stuff.
I was like, what did they ever, the hell was that? I had a TV show. Did you see that? No. Nobody saw that show either. You got canceled after a season. Damn it, I did nothing. I failed. I'm a failure.
Yeah,
how long was Gary Vitti wrapping your ankle?
Damn, bro. Yeah.
Gary Vitti, Gary's my guy. He's quick. Gary's good. He was good at that. How's Gary doing?
But is it weird because that's the first time you met him, right?
Who, Gary?
Gary, yeah.
No, because
you knew him before that?
Yeah, because I've always been around the Lakers since Cez Ceballos, because Cez Ceballos was my best friend during we've been knowing each other since high school. But then when he was a Laker, I used to go to the games with Ced, and then obviously it was Shaquille.
Shaq, yeah.
So I've always been around. Yes, I've always been around. And then I'm working out with Magic at UCLA, and then when we did Space Jams, because I did something to Space Jams, just can't remember what the hell I did. I just know I get a check every few months. It's like, what am I doing here?
I forgot you were in Virtuosity too.
Virtuosity, yeah, I was in Virtuosity. The guy with the glasses on, who's typing on the computer. Then all of a sudden, they come and crash the computer. You get out the way.
Shit, guys, he still got it. You see that? He still got it.
The squid, and the glasses at the same time. Didn't even need to be slapped.
Looking like what was it, John Sally.
Yeah,
Bad
Boys.
Boys.
Oh man.
All right.
No,
Tony, so we got some awards that we do for these movies, and we're going to go ahead and give you the Louis Pinnock Accent Award for your Nick Nolte and William Friedkin impressions you just busted out in that storytelling. Well, congratulations. Okay. It's a very prestigious award.
Damn it. I don't know, Tony.
That's a really good Nolte.
But Nolte was one of those actors. Like, I learned a lot from, even the slap. I think I learned a lot because I recognize how to read a scene and where I need to go or do some different levels. But Freakin' I learned, but Nolte I learned how to how he prepared for a scene. Like one time I was looking for Nolte, we was doing something. I forget the scene. And I was looking for him for whatever reason. And he was just like in a dark room, just being quiet. And he came out, face was red, eyes were bloodshot. I was like, God damn, this motherfucker's bad. he cold. Yeah, so I mean,
deep in the character.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Tony, I want to ask you a quick question. You mentioned like you all have been out to dinners with William Friedkin, with Nick Nolte, with Bobby Knight, with all these people. Is that typical in a movie making process where you got a cast that's that close knit, that's doing things outside of work?
I think that it was more of Nolte getting stories from Mr. Knight. The director being part of that process and then me just being there or whatever. I think that's what that whole process was. Because Mr. Knight would talk about, he would talk about during that time, paying players' monies and stuff like that. So now he started bringing up players that I knew, and I would just be quiet like, shit. Like he brought up like Chris Mills and I was like, well, I know Chris. That's my dude. And I knew what kind of car Chris drove. And I was like, yo, I'm not getting into this conversation. I was like, let me leave that alone. But yeah, so it was just him getting the stories from. Yeah, so I think that was part of it. And I just so happened to be lucky enough to get a free meal.
So the Ass On Award goes to the worst actor in the movie.
The worst actor.
So here's my nominations, and the guys can chime in if they've got some other ones. We've got Bob Cousy as Vic Roker. We got Matt Nover as Ricky Rowe. We got Jim Boeheim and Jerry Tarkanian as themselves.
No, Tark was great. Tark was great.
Yeah, I'm good with Tark.
Boeheim was awful.
Because we're not putting my boy Matt Nover in there. So you know what? We want to go with that.
Ricky Rowe, you out. Yeah.
No, we're not putting no.
Yeah. No, you out.
No.
We're taking it out. Because I truly believe that he was that horny. Like, I bought it. Like, it was
horny as hell.
That's the horniest basketball player ever.
Look, Coach, all I need is I'm a big prospect, and I just just a little couple dollars in a suitcase, briefcase, wherever you.
You already got the Louis Pinnock Award. You don't need to keep doing all these amazing impressions, Tony.
I want all the
He wants the Ass Off Award. He wants. Yeah.
I want them all.
So who's the worst actor?
Cousy or Boeheim? Who's worse?
Cousy.
I'm with it.
There it is.
Good man.
You know what? I wanted to give it to Boeheim, but I'm happy with Cousy getting it.
Acting against plumbers and firemen, Bob Cousy.
Yep. Hilarious.
All right, now we got Ass Off, which is the best actor, and this is loaded because you're in there. We got Louis Gossett Jr. in his one scene coming out with the pipe. We got JT Walsh is happy.
Yeah,
the villain bribing everybody.
Not the villain.
Not the villain. No. Not the villain.
JT was fucking cold.
He's great in that movie, man. He is great.
That's a piece of God. He was cold. Oh, but technically, the LA Times said that I was an MVP.
He's pulled out receipts.
Wait.
Wow.
They said that I was the MVP of said movie. So I would.
Wow.
Hey, man.
Wow.
There you go.
I would have to say the slap works. It surely says MVP. It says right there. Yeah, most. It's
there's
most
the pizza.
It said
on the back. The pizza's on your back.
Got the pizza on
it
the
was
back.
MVP was most versatile performer.
There you go.
Yeah.
But I think they was just talking about out of the athlete side.
Mm-hmm.
But it says
that's no doubt. Yeah. I mean, you washed everybody.
Wait.
You washed Shaq, Penny.
Wait, we can't forget. Well, I think Shaq's great in it, but we can't forget.
Shaq did a good job. Shaq did a really good job. But you know, that dude is so damn. God damn it, he's so damn talented and so many different.
Too talented.
Yeah, sometimes
it's stop.
Sometimes it's annoying.
Yeah, he's gotta stop. Also, let's not forget.
Why you do everything?
The dolphin mascot is phenomenal.
Yes,
that dolphin mascot.
The dolphin. Oh.
What was that like seeing that in person?
Let me give your mascot story real quick. This is a good one. So, I'm reading for Jerry Maguire. And at some point, it comes down to myself, Cube, and a few other different people for the role.
You reading for that role?
Rod Tidwell.
Yes, I'm reading for that role. And come to find out, I did a really good job, but Tom didn't want to work with anybody at my height.
Too tall. Yep.
He was going to be looking up at this actor the whole damn time. I get it. Director likes me, so he gives me a role. I was like, just gives me the role. I don't have to read for it, nothing. He just gives it to me. I was like, all right, cool. So it fly me down to Arizona. I'm ready to do this. Just do this thing. Bro, they made me the fucking mascot.
No.
That's not a role.
And so the mascot is someone who would talk to Cube right before he entered the field, teasing him and boo and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Then I get cut out. Not even just that. The mascot was in a pickle suit.
You're not even like a cardinal or whatever you.
What? He was called Pickle Man. If you ever look some outtakes of Jerry Maguire, that would be me.
That's the rest of my afternoon.
That's for real. Jerry Maguire, Pickle Man mascot.
Holy shit.
Hilarious.
Wow.
Speaking of mascots, that just brought that one to mind. Damn it.
So yeah,
I still get those residual checks.
There you go. That's all you need. Yes.
So yeah, we got the dolphin mascot.
They might be $2.57, but they're still getting cash.
It's still cash.
Yeah, it's still cash.
It's still cash.
I'll be like this. They're getting cashed.
Mary McDonnell as Jenny Bell, and then Nick Nolte talking about his chops as Coach Pete Bell. Who was the best actor outside of yourself, Tony? We know you're the most versatile performer, but
yeah, it's right here. No, it's right there. You know what? I would have to go Nick. Why? Because I think he had the hardest job to be a coach for a sport that he really didn't know a lot about. And so all the stuff he learned from speaking with all the other coaches and Mr. Knight and even Ron Shelton, who was a basketball fanatic, because you know he was white man can't jump. And Bull Durham, and so he knows sports like the back of his hand. But all those things that he learned from those people, he was able to put those things together and make and build his character. And his character was Bobby Knight, technically, but he was able to pull that off, and I think he did a really good job doing it. We didn't do box office, but you know what? But it was a different time, different era. Now people
those VHS sales though had to
now it's a cult classic. It's just like because gosh darn it, what was his name? Oh, I can't forget the name of the movie right now. It wasn't a big box office hit.
Why wasn't it? Because it's one of those weird things. Obviously, we all kind of work in and around sports. When we watch it, we see a movie. First of all, the basketball is authentic. It's not like the era up there where guys are Kevin Bacon is looking at the ball or whatever.
Right.
The basketball is authentic, but also even like the things they're talking about, that shit is.
We all know. We all knew these things. Yeah.
So why do you think forget about not doing great at the box office. Why do you think it wasn't received well by the critics?
I don't know, because they don't know about the game, and they didn't understand those things that we were talking about. So those things kind of like went over their head.
Right.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like common knowledge to them. They're not around sports like we are.
Right.
You know what I mean? They just didn't understand it. You know? Yeah. They just didn't understand it. You know, their kids were already going to college on academic scholarships and stuff like that. They weren't trying to figure out how they was going to get in school or where their next meal was coming from.
Yeah. It's funny you mention Nolte's chops as like a coach, because I think Amin pointed out earlier, he sounds more like a coach than Rick Pitino does in the movie. Like, like he legitimately sounds like a basketball coach.
Yeah.
And so even like the practice scenes where like he's teaching how to set a screen. It was like that's a basketball coach right there. Like he's really doing that shit.
Right. But you see the free throw. You saw the free throw scene though, right?
Yes.
Lukuzi?
Yeah. Did you hear the story? You heard the story behind that?
That he really shot those baskets?
It was one take,
he was knocking those down. One take.
Yeah.
He couldn't miss. Then and Nolte was like, "Yo, do you ever miss?" And then he switched to his left and boom, knocked it down with his left. He was like, "Yo, that's crazy."
He used up all his misses in the 50s and 60s.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
Yeah, I saw something that said that Nolte didn't even really know the rules of basketball. Is that accurate?
For real?
He knew nothing about the game. So then he comes in there and he learns all this stuff and he comes out authentic.
That makes it even more impressive. Yeah.
That makes it even Yeah. So that I was really impressed with that stuff. Yeah.
All right. And then the final award here is the golden dumpster. So this is the most memorable, best moment, best scene. You've got the opening scene rant where he comes in, he's slamming the door over and over again.
Losers.
You don't deserve to have jerseys. You don't deserve a locker room.
What was it like being on the receiving end of that speech, Tony?
You're the dumbest team I've ever coached.
It was pretty fun because I played at Chaminade in Hawaii, and my coach was Merv Lopes, and Merv was the Hawaiian Bobby Knight, and he thought he was the best coach on the planet, and he spoke like that. So it was like a flashback, like. Is he about to walk through the door? Because damn, what the hell is going on there? Yeah. And he got on my ass like that too. And Tony's name always come up and Tony on your ass. You think you're Michael Jordan, you ain't shit. I swear to God, he used to go me like that. Yo, you think you're Michael Jordan? These kids don't know shit. You ain't shit.
And we got Nolte yelling at the whole team during practice about buying you prophylactics.
Yep.
That was funny.
Moment.
That was funny. That was a good time. That was good.
Coach.
So wait, am I picking one of these things?
Whatever the most memorable,
whatever you want
for you from the movie, most memorable thing. Yeah.
Ideas at you. I mean, if it's not you getting slapped by William Friedkin, I don't know what it is.
I think the prophylactics. I think that was a good thing. I think that prophylactics. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, that was fun. That was one take.
Was it? Oh shit!
One take, Tony.
One take, Tony. Yeah.
It was after the slap. So
yeah, set the tone.
The slap got him right. The slap got him right. That's funny.
I mean, yeah, I think for me, it's the whole failing TV. Well, it's not just watching the two. Like that's. I mean, I told you guys, this is my second favorite. Yeah. To me, this is the second best basketball movie ever. White Man Can't Jump is my favorite. This one is.
White Man Can't Jump? Really?
That's my favorite. That's one of my favorite movies ever. But it's my favorite sports movie, favorite basketball movie. Like I love that movie so much.
White Man. I mean, I got a lot of friends in there because all those guys played at the Hollywood YMCA.
Yeah. Marcus Johnson is Raymond, the guy that goes and gets his gun and everything.
All of those guys were Hollywood YMCA guys.
Yeah.
Raj Snow just wrote a movie saying, "Hey, I got a bunch of actors in here. Let me just put them in it." Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So that and not the Spike Lee joints. What was this? What was that?
He got game. It's up there, but this one for whatever reason, like just I was a big Shaq fan as a kid and everything. Like I love this movie so much. Yeah.
Well, shoot.
Yeah. But for me, I'm going blue watching the tube.
Blue chips for the gold.
Yeah.
So I'll take that. Sure.
What scene you got, Mace?
I mean, I'm really leaning towards Louis Gossett Jr.
That's
the whole Father Dawkins scene. Oh my God. Him giving that speech to all the coaches.
Him walking out, blood in the water.
Yep.
Yeah, blood in the water.
Yeah. It's we have an award here, the Delroy Lindo All in a Day's Work Award, where you show up, you got your one scene, you're uncredited, and you just knock it out of the park.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I'm gonna go with.
Okay.
Amin?
I'm struggling because I thought some of these things were gonna get accounted for and they haven't gotten accounted for. I thought someone was gonna take the opening scene, and I thought someone was gonna take the scene where Tony gets confronted by Nick Nolte in the dorm room, and I was gonna go with the scene where Shaq says, "Your old lady's tough," and Nick Nolte says, "My ex-old lady," and he says, "Now I see why you left the bitch." That shit. That's just funny, man. It's funny.
That's funny.
I'm gonna go with the opening scene because he just keeps leaving the locker room and coming back and
start walking over and go right back to the wall. Yeah.
I agree with you. Again, for someone who didn't know anything about the game,
it's crazy.
So what did he get?
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Where did he get that from?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Super impressive.
Yeah. So what is this? So is this podcast is for cinema? What is it? What are you guys doing?
So it's a podcast where we watch movies that are poorly rated on Rotten Tomatoes, and we try to figure out whether is it accurate or did it get a fair shake.
We weren't on Rotten Tomatoes, were we?
Y'all are rotten on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
That was the question. That was why I asked you the question. Why do you think it wasn't well received?
Yeah.
Because
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. It's kind of crazy.
Because if it's 40% or lower, then it qualifies for like what we'll do. That way it kind of narrows down the field of like movies that we'll do. And it is fucking nuts to me that this movie is not like 90%.
You know what? If I known that, I would have done this interview.
No, hey, but
we're saying it's good.
No, we're saying it's good.
No,
it doesn't deserve to be on our show. It's too good.
Exactly. The establishment, the system want to say that it's not a good movie, but we went through.
What's the movie with Kaiser Sosa?
Oh, Usual Suspects.
Usual Suspects wasn't received well early on. I don't think Scarface was.
Scarface still isn't. Scarface is. It might have come up over recent years.
No, I think Scarface is a classic. How those things like?
I know.
I'm saying in the box office they didn't do well.
Yeah.
The critics liked it though. The critics liked Scarface, even though
Scarface over time when it came out, a lot of people didn't like. A lot of critics didn't like it. Right. Now it's like over time it's gotten to that place.
Right.
But we're doing a labor of love here. Like we love movies, and we don't like seeing certain movies get bad reputation. Now some of the movies deserve it. Sometimes we watch the movies
facts. I get it. I get it.
Virtuosity we love too.
Yeah.
I was up there to do the Michael Jordan story.
For real?
I'm glad I turned that shit down.
That's the one. Was it Flex Alexander or which one?
No, Flex. He didn't do Michael Jordan. He did Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. That's right.
Yeah, he did Michael Jackson. Flex is my boy, so don't talk shit about Flex.
Nah. I learned this.
I'm here defending all my boys. Don't talk about none of them, son. You can't talk about Dwayne Martin. You can't talk about Will Smith. You can't talk about nobody.
Let me just say,
my third favorite basketball movie, Above the Rim. I love Dwayne Martin.
Above the Rim was fire.
Let me just say right now, I learned a lot. I met Chicago in 2007, 2008, something like that.
Yeah.
I've known you for almost 20 years, right? And two things. One, the first time I met you, I'll never forget this. you and Shaq were having a farting contest.
Boy,
I was like, the fuck is going on here, man? You know, I'm like, all right, here we go. Shaq's here. You gotta get him, you know, go rebound for him, all that shit. I get down there, he having a farting contest with this dude. I'm like, what's going on, man? And then the second thing I realized real quick is the 6 degrees of Anthony Chicago Hall. It didn't matter who the fuck you were talking about. Oh, that dude, he's my neighbor. Oh, that dude, like, well, we go to the same gym. We work out together. I was like, he knew everybody.
I get coffee with this guy every Wednesday. Like this,
dude. I made a comment. I think it was Eric Roberts. I want to say Eric Roberts. I was just going off left field, like, it's like Eric Roberts, and you're like, yo, Eric Roberts, that's my boy. And I'm like, well, come on, man. Like,
you can't know all these people.
You can't know everybody.
Call them.
The black actors, the white actors, like the directors, everybody.
By the way, we will do Best of the Best someday. I love that movie.
Damn it. That's funny. Yeah, I'm you know what? I've been blessed. I know quite a few people, but Black Hollywood, we're really a tight knit group. I think the comics are starting to spread out a little bit, but in terms of Black Hollywood, I think we was just like a really tight knit group. So we all knew each other, even if we weren't like buddies, calling each other on the phone. Mm-hmm. We knew each other, acknowledged each other, applauded each other, supported each other. Things have changed a lot now over the years, but that's why I got the fuck out.
Well, shit. Tony, we appreciate you giving us the time and going down memory lane. It's been 30 years.
I appreciate you guys. And it's 30 years of Rotten Apple. What is it called?
Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomato.
Look at this guy. He's out the industry now. He's like, I don't even know.
Yeah. Tomatoes.